Alright guys, what is up? I am They Coming and welcome to today's live video on YouTube. Guys, we have a very awesome video today. We have a live war recap with the Boston Tea Party. And we were able to best our opponent this past weekend in the Champions War League Rising, 74-72 versus the SNEAKYB-STARDS. And I just want to go ahead and give an early shout out to SNEAKYB-STARDS. These guys are actually like really cool. You know, the leadership had nothing but positive things to say about them in terms of organizing things, putting stuff together. I know there were some issues with the rosters because of all the bad weather that's on the east coast of the United States right now. Some of our guys and possibly some of theirs, I'm not sure, I didn't hear about their dudes being displaced because of the bad weather, so we had to, you know, last minute adjust rosters, and long story short, they were really cool about it. Also, they did show up for the live streams and were positive presidents there, so super big shout out to the SNEAKYB-STARDS. Really like those guys, they were very cool. But we did come away with a 2-star victory, and we do have five attacks to share today, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy them. The first is, you know, absolutely insane, and then the rest of them are also just beautiful hits, and there's a lot to take away from them. So very quickly, we have to show this hit. There's no way that we could do this recap without showing the hit. It is a 9v10 triple. And I believe this was also a fresh hit. Might have intended to be a scout, but it actually crushed it and went the entire way. It was absolutely ridiculous. Bobby was actually really upset about this hit. So anyways, this is a Tier 1 Town Hall 10. T1s are basically Town Hall 9s that have Infernos added. And, you know, you guys already know that Bow Witch is really strong at Town Hall 9. At Town Hall 10, it can also be incredibly powerful. Usually for Town Hall 10s, though, they're doing this thing called a Frozen Witch, which means that they're using 7 freeze spells and not just basically constantly freezing Inferno towers, you know, multiple defense that are clumped, the Queen, the CC, basically trying to grab as much freeze value as possible, and then the witches are able just to free farm different defenses. Now, one thing about this, if we were to pause right now, if you see the troops that he has going into the core, if one of these Inferno towers was set to multi, I think this would have been shut down. But because the single target meta is so necessary because of wreckers at TH10, it's really hard to justify using one multi in this scenario, but a multi would have defended this. That being said, he's got a really nice little push. Doesn't really have a ton of troops in the core right now, but he drops a skeleton spell on this queen to distract her and a poison spell down as well to catch the incoming CC. And if you look on both sides, he does have, you know, a nice core of witches and wizards rolling the outside. The king is still alive as well with his ability intact, and the queen with bowlers and witches are able just to roll through this core, and it is just barely going to make it. But I wouldn't even say just barely. I mean, if you look at how many witches the guy actually has at the end of this raid, it's actually really silly that despite having an extra bomb tower, 2 Infernos, extra clan castle, extra CC space on defense, plus more powerful defending royals, I mean, it's just crazy how dominant this attack was. And definitely not something that you're going to see all the time. 9v10 triples, I would hope would remain a rarity, but this one does crush it. Even the 2 troll Teslas in the corners are not going to be enough to defend it. We're going to 4x it. So shout out to Mr. T of the SNEAKYB-STARDS, doing something that you really don't see all too often. So yeah, nice stuff there. Really nice stuff. Anyways, let's back out here, and we're going to start looking at the BTP side. You know, what did BTP do? We have 4 really good attacks to show on this side of the map. We're going to start with 2 Town Hall 10s, then do a Town Hall 11, and then show the Town Hall 12 triple, the only one in the war, performed by yours truly. Fresh hit, baby, live on stream. So also, when we get to that hit, I'm going to sort of talk about the hit a little bit more in depth. But anyways, let's look at number 12 here. This was hit by Shahid. Now, Shahid is a savage at 10v10. He has 2 TH10s that are regularly in all of our wars, especially for our league matchups. And he 12-packed. 2 of his hits were fresh, and 2 of his hits were cleanup, and he's using pretty much the same army with small variations to the number of troops that he uses to funnel. So it's like either 40 hogs or 39 or 38 hogs. Like it's 40 to 38 hog riders, and then you can see for this kill squad entry, he gets so much value out of so few troops. You can see on the field he's got his king, He's got his wizard, he's got his wrecker, he's got a baby dragon, and he's going to shortly drop his queen. And this is all that he's putting down in order to get in here and trade out for the defending queen and clan castle. So immense value. This is something that you have to realize. This is pretty much how he's able to do this just so effectively, is he's getting the most value out of the least amount of troops, and he's accomplishing a very specific goal. Now, in terms of the CC composition that he's taking, you can see this time he did load it with the clan castle boulders. In other scenarios, however, he is taking Valkyries. Now, the choice to use the bowlers here, it was pretty simple. If there was a high damage CC that came out, because this might have been fresh or it might have been a cleanup. Either way, knowing that the queen positioning was going to be behind the wall, there was just going to be a little bit too much heat for those Valkyries, even under a rage spell, to guarantee a queen kill, being able to jump in there and snipe her off. So using the giant bowler CC, that giant tank just long enough, that rage spell gave him just enough burst damage to make sure that the queen went down. And as you can see, the pathing is perfectly set for the Hog Riders to come in afterwards. So we're going to go ahead and start playing it again. Hog Riders come in front of the queen. He's going to hold that ability, pop it off. The Hogs do get in front, and the queen will be up for the rest of the raid to assist with the cleanup. So yeah, heal spell is down. First heal spell out of 4. Lots of pigs are on the board. He's going to continue to surgically support this large group of hogs that he has sort of traversing the base from the outside. Unfortunate split right there. Gets a lot of low health hogs. Actually loses about 4 right there. But it's not going to be enough, as you're going to see towards the very end of this one. One hog to the outside trips a bomb early before the pack. Actually, this very high level, high value hog right there. And now he's only got 1 heal spell. He has to clutch this up. He sends 1 early Hog Rider just to get a little bit of DPS off of the main pack so that the main pack can heal up to full. He's got a poison spell down. It's going to eat most of the skellies. He might miss 1 skeleton here. 1 or 2 skeletons actually skirt out of the poison spell, but it's not going to be enough to stop it. It does get relatively close with this hit, but I had to show it. The choice to put the hogs in front of the queen as she left the base was absolutely crucial. It was the heads up play, because she has done so much damage rolling around the base. It's been crazy. I mean, like, she's literally been, you know, 3/4 of the cleanup worth of DPS on the field. The 2 hogs do survive in here to get the clan castle out. It's going to be a 3-star queen to come in for the platform. GG, well played, Shahid. Can't say enough about Shahid, guys. He's just an absolute savage for us 10v10. He's doing so well for us. 12 packing with this strategy with small variations. If you're interested in tripling 10v10, I'd suggest trying this out. The key being, you need to have a minimal investment for your kill squad, understand how to funnel with very little, and get the most out of your heroes. Next up, we're going to show JFM with the Sui Lalo. I smell Azeroth in the house. JFM brought a Sui Lalo 10v10, and he actually uses a battle blimp for this one. So no wrecker for this. Wreckers are definitely used more often right now, really across all, you know, Town Hall 10, 11, and 12. But he's able to do this with a blimp. So the wizard up on the top, he's going to help cut a funnel for his heroes. And he's actually going to wall break his queen in to get, you know, a number of good point defenses out. You know, just high value entry just for these wall breakers and these heroes right here. Really nice stuff. So you'll see him drop an early wall breaker. This early wall breaker right here is basically to test to see if there's an external bomb, because this is a high likelihood, you know, to have an external bomb right there. Also, maybe even a Tesla would have been triggered, but the king is going to be tanking long enough. He does get the wall open. The queen is going to sweep down into this compartment and be able to get some more value. Also, he knows that there is a clan castle lava hound, because this was a cleanup hit, I believe. And the clan castle lava will be completely nullified by the fact that the queen is going to die, and there's no more ground troops left on the board. So anyways, out comes the first hound, the first haste, and he's got 6 haste, so he's looking at just moving these loons very quickly. He doesn't need to be dropping rage spells all over the place, but 6 haste is going to be able to bring him in. He decides to freeze right there. Basically, I think the freeze was intended to land on that bomb tower if it were to have remained up, so that the bomb tower would not have splashed the skeleton spell that he dropped on the queen. Queen is noped out. The blimp actually came in from the bottom. I apologize for missing that, guys. And you can see all those red loons that are going to be merging in. And he's still got a heal. He's still got a haste. He's going to play this very carefully right here. Knowing that this is on the backside, he needs to have the loons be very healthy, because if he hits that wizard tower and there's a red bomb right there and he doesn't have full health loons, he's going to die. So he's going to heal into the single, and then he's going to haste across this wizard tower to make it all the way to the final point defense there. You see he does trip a red bomb, but the red bomb is not fast enough. He's going to take down the Tesla first. So really nice job to JFM. Really good stuff, dude. Nice work. Definitely like to see the Lalos at 10v10. So anyways, next up we have good to know for the 11v11 on to number 3. So we're going to move way up the map here, and we're going to show good to know on to Blue Dragons. So he's going to be working out a little bit of a queen walk into a, like merging it into a little kill squad charge for the queen kill, CC kill, and the eagle kill. So up top he drops a giant plus a wizard just to get down that mortar, and as soon as that goes down, he's actually going to get one more building here with that. On his dying breath, spop, he gets it. The funnel is going to be cut for the queen. The queen's job is going to be to walk down this side towards this entry point where he puts in a record. So this definitely does take a little bit of time, and I believe this had to be repeated a couple times because cleanup was the issue. I think twice it actually crushed, but the cleanup just wasn't quite quick enough. So the attacker, in this case, good to know, is going to be taking a few more cleanup troops and using those a little bit more wisely on the back side of this. Anyways, queen is still going to come down the wall. This is a very low impact side to approach. Meanwhile, the king is suicided in to trade for the Teslas and also the defending king, plus 4 wizards. It's going to be plenty of DPS in order to get all this trash out before he's supposed to send in his bowlers. So 1 bowler there to the collector. The wizards murder the defending king, and now that the funnel is almost completed, that wall is going to be open. The record's still looking good. That multi is not going to stop the record. The record is going to be able to free farm all the way up towards this eagle artillery. The queen is inside the base. She's going to spot out the CC troops, but look, he's got those healers sitting on that queen and the warden ability to pop off. The Valkyries are going to see all these skellies first, but then they're going to jump this wall and murder. Absolutely just one-shot this queen. Now that that's done, it's time to start pigging it. The jump spell is also going to allow the queen to walk all the way to this back side and get even more value, still with the ability in hand. Looking really good so far. And the healers are still attached to the queen. The sweeper goes down. One more puff, however, does blow the healers away for just long enough to put her in a little bit too much danger. But guys, if the queen dies right now, what's going to happen? The healers are going to swap to the Hog Riders. So this is actually 100% ideal in this scenario. If that queen got all the value in the entire world, look how many Hog Riders, even has an extra heal spell up. He's just going to be holding that heal until he gets a little bit further. He's going to pop it down right there, keep as many as he can alive because he's got to move into a splash tower and an inferno tower. Those 2 defenses are actually very high hit points. If he doesn't have too many of them, it takes a little bit too long to get through, and you end up losing too many hogs. So last point defense goes down. He's still got 1 wizard that he's holding just to make sure these hogs don't somehow miss this hut right here, but he realizes that's not going to be the issue. He's going to drop the last wizard over there at 2 o'clock. Very nicely done to good to know. Very nice. Good job, dude. Good job, my brother. Great victory there. So anyways, let's back out. Guys, this is the last hit that I'm going to show. It'll be the 12v12 that I did versus KNIVTH12. Shout out to him, actually. He, for honor, he decided to swing back at me, even though they realized that they had lost the war within the last couple minutes. Swung back at me for 96%, 2 stars. So for honor, he tried to exert his revenge on me, but he couldn't get it. Anyways, this hit right here, I'm going to pause it real quick. The in-depth analysis and sort of pre-planning for this hit was done at the very beginning of my live stream, which is saved on Twitch. So if you go to the Twitch side, in my videos, the war finale for this war, the first 15 minutes of that live stream, I jump right into the planning for this attack, and then I'm right into the attack itself. So if you're interested, if you're at Town Hall 12 or even at Town Hall 11, and you're wanting to see how this is constructed, how this was planned out in more detail, and just sort of the full mental fleshing out of it, definitely go on Twitch, find that. Also, if you have not followed me on Twitch, you should do that too, dudes. Okay, so anyways, let's go ahead and watch the hit. You're gonna see me drop my queen up at 12 o'clock right here. A baby dragon and 3 loons. The loons are meant to take out this archer tower to create the funnel for the queen walk, so she's gonna walk all the way towards 3 o'clock. Also, we thought that we'd be getting a partial CC lure with those loons onto that archer tower, and they do pull a baby dragon. So knowing that baby dragon comes out, and nothing else, you can assume that it's probably Baby Dragon Lava Hound. So Baby Dragon coming out early is actually very, very helpful in this scenario. It means there's going to be a lot less pressure on the kill squad. Also, at this point, I decided to poison right there because I couldn't quite tell on the fly if that Baby Dragon was going to target my healers or not. And I did not want to lose all 5 healers right at the beginning of the raid. That would have been sure death for me right there. So anyways, Golem over here sniffs out 2 Teslas, the wall wrecker perfectly positioned in order to head towards the town hall and intentionally not crack this compartment open right here, but just crack that one and head towards the core of the base. The bowler is perfectly funneled to go in, and it's going to be real pretty. Freeze spell comes down over that Inferno Tower to take some pressure off of the Royals and the Wrecker as they move in. And as they sweep forward, man, Warden ability will be popped off shortly, and the Town Hall gets triggered. Spoop. Damage is coming out. The bowlers actually see the king over the wall, so they don't actually take this out first, which I was a little bit concerned about. I got a little bit frustrated by that. But also something else that frustrated me was the healers swap over to my bowler, so I lose all my healing potential onto my queen, and the bowlers just sort of go outside the base here. But then they do the most ingenious thing, which I thought was going to happen later in the raid. They end up swapping over to the Hog Riders, and when this happens, it's like, okay, this is looking really good. The queen still has the ability. She's been under rage this whole time, going through the rest of the town hall, through the core of that base. The jump is still active, and right now I'm just biding my time. Have that second poison spell to take care of these skellies, take some more pressure off the Hog Riders. Meanwhile, 4 healers are going to be juicing these piggies up. ADL, baby. And it is going to be a 3-star. So yeah, this is a great, man. This one felt good, man. This one felt real good. You know, doing this live for people, doing the planning live, pulling it off in a league matchup feels really good, man. And I'm just, man, we needed this. We needed to win this past weekend. Week 1 was rough. We were able to sort of bounce back, right our wrongs, and kind of understand what we were lacking in week 1. And it's also possible that week 1 we just had an off war, because our Town Hall 10 hit rate, the war prior to that, was like really good, and then we get to that one, our Town Hall 10 hit rate went way down. This week we spiked back up, did very well Town Hall 10 wise, was able to have some great 11v11 opportunities, also allowed me to go 12v12 and stab out on the #1 base. Yeah. Okay, so anyways, guys, much love. I will be going live on Twitch very shortly after this for a more casual live stream, just to do a little bit of farming, hang out, chill out, enjoy yourselves. Feel free to stop by, and yeah. So anyways, I appreciate the love and the support. Thank you for all the live viewers who have caught the video as it's been filming live. And yeah, I'll be seeing you guys later. Peace out.